Taurus, hey, good to see you. We're going to drop in and get a little download for the week ahead and just see what energies are in play on your path. This is for any significant Taurus placement, or if you have a placement in that second house. Also, if you're a Scorpio rising, that makes you a Taurus descendant. So these messages may speak to you. We're going to dive right in. Let's check it out. We're opening up with the Arcane BS deck just because it's totally absurd and I enjoy it. And we're here to have fun. Ooh, maybe you're here to have fun too. Here comes the gravy train. You might be dealing with an Aries. You could have a strong Aries placement in your chart. This is a time of reward coming in. This is some kind of, I got like you've been through the desert on a horse with no name kind of energy. You're tired. You're tired. You need a little reward. I think that you felt a little down for the count. This is your montage portion of your story. You're getting back up. Something's coming in to kind of like, give you the courage, give you, a little bit of the cockiness you need to go after a particular goal. You're hoping to hit the mark. It's an opportunity. You got your shot, kid. That's what I just heard. Okay, so I feel like you're being presented some opportunity to achieve some goal that you've had set your sights on for quite a while. All right, I got that. You're getting your shot. Some of you are actually getting into some kind of competition on an athletic level. I got that. Some of you might be boxers, right? Some of you might be doing training. You might be training for some kind of event. I don't know why I got that. Just got that coming in. I think you want the title, like whatever this is. You're like, I'm not going to settle for nothing less. I want the best, all right? I'm going to go for the gold. This kind of energy, there's something you're wanting to win here. So it might even be bragging rights. I just got that. Okay, so some of you are really trying to go after something. And I feel like, oh boy, all right, well, I don't know if that's the best message. You do got something coming in here. I saw that. But then here with the cup, we got the gross cup. I don't know. There may be something here that you might need to refine your vision a little bit. You might think that this is going to be some, big reward or something really to quest for, but is it really? Is this really what you want? You might be starting to realize this now. This might be something you're looking at. You're like, oh gosh, this is what I fought for. This is what it comes down to. I don't even want this. This is not what I signed up for. Yeah, and it's interesting because we have the robot riding a gorilla. Oh my. I mean, I have to say, if this was a quest for love, and you were really led by primal desire, and that's what it was all about, you may realize that you signed on more than you bargained for. Everything's become a little bit robotic and mechanical in the bedroom in this connection. You don't even feel like emotionally connected to it because there's something here that just is really like, I don't know why I got this image, but it's just sort of feeling like just everything is bogging down the energy in this connection. Everything feels so stagnant. Where things used to flow, everything feels like backed up and just like it needs just to be cleansed. There might be some needing to have some cleansing in this situation. If somebody was doing any kind of manifestation work around love, you might need a spiritual cleansing, okay? Maybe you feel like this is not what I agreed to. This isn't what I thought it would be. There's something about this, realizing that something is not the reward that you thought it would be. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, and this could be a case. We got annihilation with the wet pants. All right. So There's something here that maybe you thought like, oh, you know, it's just a little bit of innocent fun. What harm could it bring? It's bringing annihilation. It's not so, you know, innocent fun as you thought it would be. All right. You might be feeling a little freaked out by this with the wet pants. Okay. There might be some nervousness here. For some of you, it's like getting caught in the act of something that is a little difficult to handle, or you're catching somebody in the act of something that has them feeling kind of scared. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Give me some more details about this for Taurus. Give me some more details about this for Taurus. You could catch somebody in the act that got that. Oh my gosh. You might actually catch somebody cheating. The surfing chimp here. Yeah, you know, they're out there just kind of like free balling. I don't know. I do feel like there is a desire to break free of something, though. I feel like you're wanting to move forward in a new way. You're tired of, you know, everything being like this. It feels mechanical, you know, it feels predictable. It feels stagnant. It's not working for you anymore. It doesn't excite you, you know. And you may know that you need to, you know, make a radical shift in your situation. At the same time, it makes you nervous. I got that. You may be wanting to make this radical shift because you caught somebody in the act. You caught somebody cheating. You caught somebody in a lie. You caught somebody in something, or somebody caught you. It could work both ways. But I feel like what happens as an end result of this is it sort of like sets you free. It gets you moving forward. You know, it's a big transformation. It feels like you're going back to the start. That's frustrating, but at the same time, you feel like, well, at least it's just me in charge of me now, doing what feels right to me. Some of you may be going on a trip. Some of you may be going on a trip somewhere where you can do some surfing. Some of you are learning how to surf. As you learn how to surf, it's teaching you how to, you know, ride the waves in life. There's some theme about riding the waves of change. Okay. I think you're about to go through some kind of unexpected change, because when I brought in the waves piece, I also saw like almost like this tsunami energy. And tsunami energy is like wake up call. So I feel like there is something that's coming in that's like a wake up call. This could be an actual call. It could be an actual phone call that like snaps you out of this sort of like monotonous, like it's just the same old, everything's stagnant. This might be an opportunity to go on a trip, maybe somewhere like Hawaii, okay? Somewhere where you can go surfing. You might even go and get surf lessons, or maybe this is something you need to get back to. Maybe you used to surf all the time, and that's why your energy is feeling so like, you know, bogged up, man. You need to get out and, you know, hit some barrels. You need to get out there and connect with nature. You need to get in the water, you know. You need to go surfing. And then you'll feel back to your old self in no time. That's what I got. That's for someone, okay? It'll make you feel like you got a little hair on your chest, you know. You'll feel your life force come back. Maybe you've been dealing with some kind of injury or something that was keeping you kind of stuck, and you couldn't go surfing for a while. Maybe you had to go through some kind of physical therapy too. You're feeling like you're just about at the point where you're ready to get back out into the water again. Oh, that's good. Okay, I don't know who that's coming in for, but that's for somebody. All right, it's calling you. If you've ever had the urge to surf, if that's like something that's like, you know, called to you, but you've never done it, you should go. There's something that'll like wake up in you. You might be surprised. You might be a little nervous, okay? You might be a little nervous. You might be telling yourself stories about sharks and, you know, all that action. But the reality is, like, you're far more likely to be struck by lightning than you are to be, you know, attacked by a shark. So just know they're territorial, and don't give them trouble, and don't act up, and respect when you're in their domain. You'll probably be okay, all right? Yeah, and then you'll be feeling like big old king shit, you know? You'll Yeah, I feel like this is kind of like a story of like you settled for something because maybe it looked good on paper, or maybe it looked like this is what happiness looks like. This is what fulfillment looks like. And it's got big days gone by energy, like talking heads. Now that you're in, it's like same as it ever was, same as it ever was. This is not my beautiful house. You know what I mean? It's like something here is not fitting for you. And I also feel like there's a part of you that's maybe like really scared to make a change, all right? Might make you really nervous. But I also feel like there's the bigger part of you that's starting to awaken, which is not easy for a Taurus, which is the side of you that maybe wants to take some chances to do something different while you got the life to use, right? I mean, because you only got this life, so ring it for all it's worth. 11:11 on the clock here. I think you're like gearing yourself up for something. You're talking yourself into doing something to break a pattern in your life that has become very monotonous. And it has something to do with what you thought was really going to be this like wish fulfillment. Is just like you're just you're just mired in it, you know? It's not fulfilling you. You're ready to flush this, you know, you're ready to flush this, and you're ready to like feel like you're back in your position of power again. And you might be giving the fingers some people and really kind of like closing off your energy to certain people that, you know, at the end of the day, you know where it gets you. It's not anything that's going to fulfill you. It's not anything that is going to, you know, amount to nothing but a bunch of BS. And I think you're also like getting over your own stuck positions in this regard. You know, this is big, like, I'm going to do it my way and I'm going to do what works for me. And you could have been dealing with somebody who was like this. You could have been dealing with somebody who was also very, you know, stubborn in their position as well. All right. It's your energy very strongly, but we also got ox energy here. It could be coming in. Could be somebody, you know, who wanted, you know, to tell you what you needed to do and how you needed to live your life. And you were like, you know what? No, I'm going to live life on my terms. Okay. So there is something here. There is something here about something's gotten monotonous and you're wanting to create your own flow for your own life. And you're wanting to feel alive again. There's something you're changing up here. Right. Yeah, I don't know. This could have something to do with a particular feral nerd, you know, who just kind of keeps coming at you. Or you could be the feral nerd. Maybe you're attracted to somebody and you feel like a geek, like you don't know how to approach this person. I say that because we got the rabbit medicine here. Rabbit medicine is about the way we can like fixate on a concern or an insecurity so much that we never go for it, okay? And we end up holding ourselves back. And this could be like a story you tell yourself, like, oh, you know, they're just gonna think I'm a creep, or they're gonna think I'm like some weirdo who just wants them for their hot bod. And I mean, maybe there's a part of you that does, but there might be something more that you want here. And I feel like whoever this is, whether you got a feral nerd that wants to come at you, or whether you feel like you're a little bit geeky going after the object of your affection or entering into a certain arena as well. We did have that, okay? It's like the competition piece. It could be in entering a certain arena as well and just being able to hold your own in that arena. That can be in anything. It could be in like the sports arena. Absolutely. I do got that piece. Maybe you're considered like the underdog. Nobody thinks that you're going to be able to pull it out. But you do. You pull it out, you pull it off. You find winning sexy. Like this is an interesting energy, okay? But whether it's you or whether it's somebody else, somebody here is really like holding themselves back out of insecurity, fear, you know, fear. But what they're doing is they're cutting off the opportunity to actually get that golden carrot and get that reward with the anthropomorphic carrot here. You know, it's really about being brave enough to, you know, go after this thing. And maybe this is what's kind of getting you to look at yourself a little bit. If the bravery is not there, or if they're not brave enough, then maybe it is time to flush it. Are you sure you really want that thing that you want? Or is it a distraction from something else? All I know is you're in two minds about it and you can't seem to figure it out. Okay. So there's something that you do need to figure out here, because I feel like it's one of these things where it's like once you get really clear on what's true for you, what's right for you, and what you really want. All right. What you really want. Not just for the sake of saying I want, but what you really truly want, you know, on a heart and soul level. When you get very clear about that, it's like that's when it'll be delivered. You know, in the meantime, you kind of are settling for the gross cut because you're in some way allowing fear or an insecurity or something to hold you back, or you're waiting on somebody who has too much fear and insecurity to do what needs to happen and move something forward. All right. I got that. That's how it's coming through. I think I'm going to pull out the super awesome future cards for you. Just get some clarification here, okay? What else does Taurus need to know about this situation? You may have somebody who approaches you too, like you were hoping it would be this other person, you know, like you've had a secret crush. You were hoping this person would approach you. It ends up being their kind of like nerdy friend, you know, and you're a little bummed out about that. You might be cutting something off before you get to see, you know, how good, you know, it could be with this feral nerd too, you know. This might have something to do with the way you can kind of sabotage yourself, and you can, you know, sort of amount, you know, opportunities coming your way to being, you know, nothing worthwhile because it doesn't come in the package you expect it to. And yet it's like the answer to your prayer. You've been asking for some kind of fulfillment. It's like, well, here it comes. It just doesn't look like what you thought it would look like. And so you kind of turn your nose up at it. There's something here too. Okay. So expect an opportunity for your like wish fulfillment to come through an unlikely source. That's what I got. Whoa, that's a really interesting message. Yes, we got the cat lady here. Okay, time's ticking. I think that you feel okay with the wait. The waiting feels fine. All right. Reminds me of that song. I don't want to wait in vain for your love, Bob Marley. Okay, you may feel right now like the waiting feels fine. Right? You may feel like that, but is it really, or is that a story you're telling yourself? It might be an image that you're presenting. Okay, let's get some more information about this. Or somebody's playing that off on that level with you. Like, I'm fine waiting. I'm fine waiting. I mean, for some of you, you might be more invested in, you know, your money, growing your portfolio. This may be where you're really putting your time and attention to detail. I see where you are putting your focus on that. You are seeing growth. If you've been holding yourself back from heading into a certain arena because you feel like I don't have the experience, I got like imposter syndrome, I'm not sure if what I got to offer will be well received, you just need to make the investment in that direction. Yeah, you got certain things you got to learn in order for it to take off. But if you trust what really inspires you instead of towing the line and just grinding it out at the same boring job day after day, playing the same role where you don't get to allow any of your creativity or inspiration to come forward, like you're just going to flatline there. This requires risk, all right? So this could also be coming in this respect that, you know, you're willing to toe the line in a situation and settle for less than you really truly deserve because you're too scared to actually, you know, put yourself out there. I mean, you'll need to have courage. You'll need to have strategy, all right? You'll need to use your brain, okay? But you have the power to pull this off and carve your own way in this arena, all right? So, yeah, maybe it is competitive, but you'll stand out for your own contribution and what you have to offer. And actually, there's a lot of growth here. So if you've been sitting on something like some kind of business idea or something you've wanted to develop, and you're just not doing anything with it because you feel like you're a little odd, a little different from everybody else. You're not quite sure, if you got what it takes. Like you might have had a blow to your confidence. Maybe somebody did something to kind of like rock your confidence around this too. They might have told you like, oh, there's no way you can ever pull that off or whatever. This is about you taking the risk. And maybe it is a little awkward at first, but it looks like if you invest in this direction, it really pays off for you. So don't hold yourself back, okay, Taurus? Let's do a cut of the deck energy. See what we got here. All right, so we got the breakup on one side here, and on the other side, we have the Queen. All right, so I do feel like there is something that you're leaving behind. I do feel like where you're in a relationship, in a romantic relationship where things just feel really stale and nothing is progressing, and maybe you've been waiting on somebody, to just kind of take the moves they kept promising that they would take. I think that you're finally just saying, I'm done with that. I'm releasing that. I'm letting that go. Some of you are heading in a totally new direction. You're breaking free from a particular group of people. This could be a work situation. This could be a social circle. You're heading in your own direction and you're taking some risks, and you feel a little bit out of your element as you do this. But I feel like as you do this, you're really going to find your flow. You're stepping into more of a spirit of independence here. All right. And you want to come into alignment with, what makes you feel like you're kind of like in the position you're supposed to be in. You feel like in some ways you've kind of made some choices that compromise what you truly want for yourself, and you're redressing this. I do feel like you're getting a lot of information coming in, a lot of synchronicities coming in around this about the right direction to go. I do think you're dealing with a little bit of a messy situation as you walk away. Some people can view it as an attack. There may be somebody that's on the attack in this situation. That person could be you, okay? But something is needing to kind of like, I got like disengaged here, all right? And in a lot of cases, it does involve like a group situation. There could be connection to something that happened on a boat or on a cruise connected to this, right? But I see that you're looking to head toward calmer water and break free of this and start investing in a new direction that you feel like a greater calling toward. That's what I got, right? And I think you've already had some people that have abandoned ship in this case, and there's a couple people who expect you to hang around and rescue them from this situation. But I do feel like whatever is breaking up here and whatever you're moving away from, you no longer feel responsibility for throwing everybody a lifeline. That's what I got. I got that you're moving independently in this situation and you're going after what feels right to you. You're going after what feels right to you. And not everybody is going to agree with this. Some people may be on the attack about this, but I think this is something you just have to pursue and stop being so afraid to go for it. You only got this life, so use it and live it full tilt. And yeah, you might make some people upset, but at the end of the day, I'd rather ride the gravy train than settle for a gross cut any day.